Okay, it's not just between marketers and creatives, it's between ad agencies and consumers. Ad agencies no longer talk to consumers. Marketing people want to make it as complicated as possible because that makes them feel intelligent. They all went to university, so the more complicated they can make it, the more it feels like they're writing a thesis. Creatives want to make it as complicated as possible because it's more likely to win an awards at Cannes, and that's all they care about. They don't really care about consumers either. So between the marketing people not caring about consumers and the creatives not caring about consumers, the poor old consumers, no wonder you saw the chart this morning that Vima Schneider put up, is in 1990, 38% of people said the ads were better than the programs. Now, what is it, something like 4% of people say that? People just block the ads. Ad blocking is a major thing now. It's just pollution now. You just switch it off and nobody wants to see it because they're not done for people anymore. People are ignored. Bob Levinson once said people ignore advertising because advertising ignores people. And that's what's happened. They don't do advertising, they're ashamed to do advertising for bus drivers, cab drivers, housewives, shop assistants. The people that actually buy the products, they're ashamed to do that. They're doing it for themselves. Clients are doing it so they can move on to a better job with a commercial everybody's talking about. Creatives are doing it so they can win awards and get more money by shifting agencies. Marketing guys are doing it so they can get a better job because they wrote the paper and they can write the paper for the APG, the account planning group, about it. And it's its own little world, media bubble, which is exactly what happened to the Democratic Party in America and exactly what happened to Brexit in Britain. It's its own little echo chamber and everybody's really surprised that the mass of people don't want to know anymore. Keeping it simple, if you actually want to talk to people and you're not keeping it simple, people don't want to know about what we've got to say. People didn't buy a TV set to watch adverts. People don't buy a newspaper to read press ads. We are there to seduce them into what we've got to say. And we do that by keeping it really simple and really entertaining and making it something they want. And if they don't want it, they flip the page, or they flip the channel, or they go and make a cup of tea. That's always been true. Just look at yourself. You don't sit there and watch a 17 commercial break just because you bought the TV set. No, we've forgotten that. We have to seduce people into watching what we do, or they won't watch, and so we're no longer interested. We think, well, they're too stupid to watch what we do, so forget them. Cannes is the only place it really counts, with the intelligent people like us. So that's where we're at. Well, I mean, the smart thing to do would be to... Steve Jobs said, why would you want to join the Navy when you could be a pirate? If you're creative and you want to be creative, be a pirate. Don't join the Navy. If you join the Navy, it just means doing the same as all the people are currently doing, which is boring and which is dull and which nobody is interested in. Now, if you be a pirate and you really do some creative stuff, you're going to get fired for it and you're going to get in trouble for it. But if you are really creative, that's what'll happen. Really creative people do get fired and you have to get another job and you might get fired from that, like Steve Jobs did. I did. All the really good people have been fired a lot. That's how you know they're good. They're rebellious and they don't want to sit and be like everybody else. You can't be like everybody else and at the same time be different. You've got to choose. If you want to be like everybody else, well then don't pretend to be creative.
All right, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.